Jack, joined by Maven here, covering the MLG Pro League Season 3. Maven, we just saw eLevate take game number 1 by about 20 seconds. Yep. Game number 2 going to be Riot, Search, and Destroy. We're back on ISO's host. You think iSolation has a shot here in game number 2? You think they're going to take this one?
They do. It's just, for me, I feel like one of their guys, somebody has to go off. Like, they rely so much, in my opinion, on a player going off, and I could be completely wrong on that. It's just been my view when I've cast their games. And S&D, Havoc has to have a monster game. This is one where he can get up in your face. You know, he's had some famous plays on this one. I believe that 1v4 versus Optic was here. He's had some monster plays. That's what we're going to need to see out of him, I think, to take this game. Because, again, like, you'll just watch how it plays out, man. Saints, TJ, and Slack are all capable of having just like that 10 to 12 kill range. Every time I cast them, they're all going big. We'll see how it plays out. I'm on Havoc first. He's going to catch one inside of fire. Dito gets one as well. Those first bloods basically come at the same time, both going the way of iSolation. They've got an early 4v2 advantage. Make it 4v1. In under 20 seconds, Classic is by himself. This is set up to be a very, very quick round.
Classic in the 1-on-3. Beautifully executed start there out of iSolation. They stunned out mid-Riot area and just picked off those 2 players while they could barely move. Classic now beginning to rotate all the way through the opposing team's base. You can see the bomb now being planted at B. That's in the hands of Lacefield. The bomb has been planted. Classic in the 1-on-3.
See him rotate across the roof here. See what he's able to do, and it's going to take him some time. He's got to check all his corners and moving across. Every player set up on the backside of B here. And there's just not a lot he can do. He just doesn't have enough time to work with here. 25 seconds on the clock. He's got to pick up all 3 players. He is able to catch one. Question is, can he catch that player high? The player high really is complete control here. He doesn't have to peek it. Just has to wait, but he's actually going to get pushed. Classic wins that one as well. And he's going to try and stick it and get caught here.
Classic now sitting on the bomb. Lacefield still in mid-Riot. He's now going to begin to check. Takes him down. Classic almost made the impossible happen there, Maven, winning the 1v4, but he falls to the hands of iSolation in the final moments. Here's your final kill from Lacefield. ISO up 1-0.
Yeah, he just didn't have a lot of time. I mean, I think it was, what, 15 or so seconds on the clock when he killed the second player. He would have had to somehow guess right, catch him within 3 or so seconds, so he had time to get back to the bomb. There just wasn't a lot of options for Classic. Nice effort there in the 1 versus 3, but not able to close it out. Now going to be eLevate on offense. I'm going to stick with Classic Jack just since he had the hot start.
Classic on board with him at the moment as well. 3-1 to start things off. He's got that bomb in hand. You can see the flank though already coming out of iSolation. I had to switch over to Dito. He picks up first blood for iSolation yet again. Saints able to trade it right back. Lacefield though answering back with a kill of his own. Now a 2-on-2. The final 2 ISO players right by that top 3rd area. They're going to rotate back towards their side of the map. eLevate doing the exact same.
Yeah, and that flank, I mean, I guess it worked. I mean, it traded effectively. Unfortunately for them, they just weren't pushed up very far yet. Classic was able to wrap back and trade one of those kills because he hadn't really got very forward with the bomb. Had they been a little more pushed up, it would have been a lot more effective. But Classic is going to be pushing through mid. He will be your bomb carrier. There's going to be an engagement that's going to be Silly that's able to pick that up. See if Classic can pull off the 1v2 in a lot better position here than he was in the 1v3, but he's got to get bombed down.
Classic, 28 seconds remaining, gonna have to plant that bomb. You can see on your mini-map, both players at the A site, they're just gonna let him plant, and they're gonna react to exactly what he does. The bomb now going down, the rotation already coming out of Silly. Classic just gonna hide inside hut. Rotate back towards that back basketball area. You can see Silly takes him down. iSolation now up 2-0, Maven. Showing up in game number 2, doing exactly what they need to do, making sure that when they get first blood, they close out the rounds.
They've done a really good job there trading effectively, and that was just Classic. I mean, he tried to get it down, just get into a position quickly they wouldn't expect, but unfortunately, Silly rotated very fast, had that sub out, able to catch him there from second story. 2-0 lead here. Coming in for iSolation early, they're going to be on offense again. I expect them to be pretty aggressive, but we'll see how they play this out.
Havoc, only with XW mute on this time around. Still, though, gonna push down this A street. Already in fire, not spotting anyone as of yet. You can see ISO flooding 3 through middle yet again. He turns the corner and pops mute. Getting caught while activating his EXO. 3 players fall almost instantly. Now it's Lacefield left in the 1-on-4. Picks up 1 kill on Classic. He's going to rotate here towards the A street. He's got players all around him. Tough spot to be in, to say the least.
Yeah, he does not have a lot to work with.
Gosh. Those nades, that was sick. That was sick.
I think they positioned pretty well that they know they had him cornered, and he had nothing he could do as they just fly in there and take him out. Great job by eLevate coming alive in the series. They're able to get their first round win, and that bounces that right in his kitchen.
Slack knew exactly where he was at. eLevate now on the board, still finding themselves down 2-1. They're going to go back over to the offensive side of things. Maybe if they can take this one, they'll be tied up 2-2. eLevate still trying to give themselves the best possible opportunity to go up 2-0 in this series.
Yeah, and you have Classic leading the way again. Not the guy I'd probably picked to go off in S&D, but he had a really strong game one. He's continuing here in this one at 5-3. Needs the rest of his team to get going. That first blood by Slack is going to be traded out. Lacefield's going to engage one. Havoc's going to get that as well. It's 3. Can he get the ace? Oh, almost had it. He was prone there to try and pick it up. And now we've got a 1v1 Jack Dito versus Slack.
The players continue to push Havoc one by one. He just reacted accordingly. The one-on-one, Slack versus Dito. This is a massive round. Dito could be able to get perfect timing here with the valve. He checks the bomb right away. The bomb has been planted. Slack right below him. Dito putting shots down. Hasn't picked it up yet. Able to kill Slack. Nice round win from iSolation. Really, though, Havoc carried that one.
And Slack was on a 4 streak. Was he working on a potential ace as well? I was paying attention to the pit kills by Havoc. I know he got the original kill with the grenade. I didn't see if he picked up the other 2, but he almost gave him a chance. I mean, Dito's shots there, I was on Slack's screen, but the shots didn't seem to be very on point, as Slack survived a lot longer than he could have. If he would have somehow found him midair there and picked that up, that would have been a disgusting finish for Slack.
ISO now up 3-1. Every player on that squad pulling their own weight right now. TJ for eLevate struggling to say the least at 1-3. The A Street push coming out yet again from iSolation. This time, though, they're expecting the flank to come from eLevate. You can see 2 players watching that top 3rd area. Saints is already behind him. Picks up 1 kill. No, gets taken down. The trade, though, coming right back. Havoc, Dito, and Lacefield left in the 3-on-3.
And Dito was waiting patiently for a flank, but he's going to check the corner and get punched in the mouth there by Slack. Bomb. Going to be down. 2 versus 3 right now, Lacefield and Havoc. Let's see if they can get it done. Havoc has had so many wild plays, but they're going to need to try and pick up a kill, and that's going to be Havoc. I think Havoc's going to be in a position to check the bomb. Did they start to stick it?
Yes, Classic is defusing the bomb. The kill in mid-fire comes down. He should be able to get this defused. Nicely timed. Havoc kills him, but it's a little bit too late. 3-2. eLevate staying alive.
Yeah, I think he was relying possibly on the distraction of Lacefield, maybe to get them off the bomb. If he would have checked that about a second earlier, he might have been able to get the kill and get out, but obviously they had a guy pre-aimed on that doorway. He was taking fire as soon as he came to peek. Good job there by eLevate. That's how you play the 3 versus 2, have somebody stick bomb and lock the rest of the area down. Excellent job there. But here we go into round number 6. Let's see if Classic can tie things up here. They're setting up for an A push. Doesn't look like we have anyone working the flank yet for iSolation.
I mentioned how TJ was struggling at the start of the game at 0-3. Now 2-3, began to heat up last round. Needs to continue to do so if eLevate want to take this game. Classic with the bomb in hand. Now beginning to push towards his site. Pops his trophy. Gonna get the bomb down. Should not be able to be taken out here unless Lacefield challenges this bomb site. Doesn't look like he's gonna be able to do so. 4-on-4, the bomb has been planted. Let's see who can strike first blood. Classic has been tagged up, caught an awkward spot. Lacefield should be able to get him. He does. Now a 4-on-3.
We'll see how the retake goes. There's one player that's going to be behind. That's Slack. He's able to pick up 2. Excellent job flanking through mid as he gets a couple. I don't know how he leaked through to even get in that position. You can't have that happen when you have 4 up. He's going to pick up 2. Going to be 2 versus 2. 20 seconds left. Can't eLevate do it.
Saints has 1 player here, top AC. Now we need to challenge him. He's in a perfect spot to stop this bomb from being defused. Picks up 1. Now behind the... Oh, he picks up both kills. Saints with some beautiful movement, utilizing the cover, clutches up for his team. It's all tied up 3-3. Look at this.
Great job by Saints. Just
this was pretty.
Time. He didn't dive out at him until it hit that 8.5 mark. Really making sure he played his time. Didn't get killed because he was really tagged up there. Excellent job by Saints. Looked good for iSolation early, but now they've come back and tied it up 3-3.
Maven, my kill feed is broken. So I'm going to try to get that fixed. Haven't had this issue in a while, but hey, you win some, you lose some.
I have faith in you, Jack. You're going to be able to figure it out. All right, here we go. Round 7. It looks like kind of a delayed push from iSolation. They were playing very aggressively early. Now they're going to play back, try and work a pick. There was a player from eLevate that worked through on the flank. That was Slacked. No, that was TJ, actually. TJ was able to stay alive, though. Slack picks up the kill. And now this is just, I mean, they're basically still in spawn here.
Yeah. You can see the numbers advantage going back towards eLevate. The bomb is down. They just got that audible noise, so they know exactly where it's at. 2-on-2. Havoc and Silly up against Saints and Classic. If you are watching from on the stream right now, which I'm sure you are, you can't see the kill feed. I'm on board with you there. Not sure exactly how to fix this issue. Haven't had it in a long time.
I think it's L1 or R1. One of the buttons brings it back up, I think.
I'm trying everything. There we go.
That happened to me before. Live at an event, I just smashed the controller until it fixed it.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Doesn't happen too often. Now, though, the flank coming from Classic, not able to pick up the first kill, getting challenged yet again. Classic just destroyed Silly. The one-on-one. Havoc up against Saints for the round lead. Saints putting some shots down. Havoc needs to plant this bomb. He knows he's going to have to get it done. Will he chase down Saints in time? Saints running outside fire towards the A street. Havoc going to challenge. This time it could work out perfectly for him. Saints putting some shots down. He's able to win that one. eLevate up 4-3. Saints does it yet again.
Yeah, Havoc in a position there. I mean, he plays more 1v1s, I think, than anyone. I know at some point he had like a 40-1 record. Loves to play him, but there, I mean, he had 15 seconds to go with. By the time he got hit with that stun, he had to try and make a move. I think at that point he was just thinking plant, plant, plant. He guessed that possibly he went towards B. He was thinking getting bombed down. Unfortunately, doesn't check his corner there. Otherwise, he might have been able to pick that up. But eLevate down 0-2 early, climb back in this one. They now have a 4-3 lead.
Bomb being pushed down the A street from eLevate. You can see they're deciding to push all the way through. Top 3 on this one, going for the flank. 2 players in the back of the map, set up for isolation. TJ strikes first blood. The second kill now still has yet to be coming out of Dito. Picks up a 2-piece. There's a 2-on-2. Classic and Saints up against Silly and Havoc yet again.
And they're able to pick it up. It's going to be Silly now. In a 1 versus 2, we've seen him in some scenarios like this where he's had absolutely wild plays. The question will be, can he catch the bomb planter? But he might. Oh, the timing there. He was almost able to catch Saints.
The bomb now beginning to rotate all the way down the A street, and he did spot the players. He knows exactly what's happening. He's got his exo mute. Gonna be up to the positioning here from Silly to get himself in the best spot possible to clutch the 1-on-2. Pushing through fire. This might not work out in his favor. It does not. 5-3. eLevate now 1 round away from going up 2-0.
I think that was Saints yet again. We'll see it in a second. I believe it was him to close it out. Fire it was. I feel like every time they've needed a clutch kill, whether they've been in a 2v1 like this, or he's been in a 1-on-1, 1v2. Saints has been coming up with monster plays. He's on a 5 streak right now. We're going to have to watch him. I'm going to keep eyes on him. Even though they're on defense, this is a closeout round, and he's on too much of a streak not to. And this is kind of what I talked about to a degree. You get, it's a little bit flipped because I expected TJ to have a bigger game, but look at, you have 3 guys with 8 kills right now. Really balanced effort on that side. No one able to go off for isolation.
Saints already challenging 1 player. He picks up the kill with the help of his teammate. Now spotting another player in mid-cuts. 2 wind up falling. Now the 1-on-3. Slack lasts alive. Picks up 1 kill in security. He's going to rotate towards the A street. You can see both players of isolation now beginning to rotate towards A. They know where he is. They heard him. But Slack is able to get away. The bomb now being planted on the A site.
They're going to be able to get this down easily. Bomb planted, now set up here. Slack got his work cut out for him. Can he pull off the 1v2? He might be able to catch one. Did he see him on his left? Nope, he's going to get caught. Isolation now 1 round away from pushing the round 11. I'll have to take a look at the kills here, see who's leading the way, who would probably have defense, because this is actually one of those maps where a lot of times you'd prefer to have offense here. So having most kills, not always the most beneficial thing on this particular map.
There's your final kill coming out of Havoc. Honestly, if I'd had to give more score right now, Maven, I'd have to give it to isolation. Looking at it at the moment. Almost matching that of kills. It's really close, honestly. 3 plants for either team. This could go either way. This final round, prior to overtime, will really decide it. Can eLevate close it out? We'll have to find out. You can see Classic already pushing through security. First blood going to ISO. Another challenge in middle map. There's TJ answering right back. 1 more player of isolation. That's Lacefield. Has to back up. The numbers advantage going to eLevate momentarily, but Lacefield is able to answer with the kill on TJ. Classic and Slacked last alive yet again up against Lacefield and Dito.
And they could have been able to get that bomb down to B pretty easily. They decide not to go for the plant. wrap around the back. They're just looking for kills right now. They're hunting. The question is, will Classic get caught with that bomb as he's got a player relatively near him? It looks like they're going to completely swap spots, basically. Somehow they're able to walk right by each other, and now it's going to be a plant here at A, coming in for eLevate. They're going to try and get set up, but Lacefield's going to be the first man in.
Lacefield should have an idea of where this player is. Did he spot him on the backside of the map? It doesn't appear so. Challenging Slack now in the one-on-one. Turns on the player on eLevate. Lacefield, you just destroyed Classic. He's giving him the bags and everything, shooting the body. Classic just fell apart. Maven, we're going to a round 11 Lacefield. I believe he just got the ace.
Monster play from Lacefield.
That was disgusting.
Classic stepped out a little bit to the left there earlier, and I wondered if he got spotted when Lacefield was pushing. I gotta think he did, and that was just Classic couldn't really find him. When he got pushed, he finally got on him, tries to hip fire with the bow there, doesn't really connect with anything, and Lacefield able to rip it up in round 10 with, I'm not positive he got the ace, but potentially was able to pick that up, and here we go, round 11. Offense is gonna be coming in for eLevate. They're going to get very aggressive. Who's the player that pushed up top? That was going to be TJ right away. He's going to get caught by Havoc. Classic will trade it back. 3-on-3 here early.
Dito putting some shots down. He's just going to play his life. The 3-on-3. You can see all the arrows on the minimap around, what, 30 feet of each other? Saints answering right back. Now Dito gets challenged. He takes down Classic. Classic beginning to fall apart when his team needs him most. Now the 2-on-2. Slack putting some shots back down on Dito. The flank coming from Saints.
Oh, God!
Havoc picks him up. He just got turned on. Slack in the 1-on-1. Havoc for Slack. Last alive. Slack takes him down. eLevate goes up 2-0 in the series. Clutch moments from Slack there. The captain of eLevate stepping up for his squad.
Oh, my God. Saints is just telling Slack, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dude,
I was just about to say, please come down to a 1v1 with Saints and Havoc. And he comes up behind him. It's one of those situations where he just thought he had him dead. He tried to kill him, then swing to the other guys. They were both back there. I think he only put like 3 bullets in Havoc and then turned. Woo! Thankfully, Slack saves the day. Otherwise, that would have been a really ugly round 11 for Saints.
I saw on the minimap, I was watching Slack, but I saw on the minimap Saints right behind Havoc. I was like,
he took a couple shots and then swung to help out Slack. Never killed Havoc, and Havoc just 180'd on him and crushed him.
I legit just saw Saints get destroyed through the minimap. I knew it happened when you started yelling. Slack
he got crushed. He got absolutely crushed. And it was one of those times where you just, you know, it happens to all of us, whether you're playing Counter-Strike, Halo, Call of Duty, you shoot at someone, you think they're dead, you look to the next player, turns out you never got the first kill, and that's exactly what happened. Thankfully, Slack able to bail him out.
eLevate narrowly winning game number 2 up against iSolation. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, eLevate comes into uplink with their host. Don't go anywhere.